Hi, in this video I will explain how to write a methodology section of a research thesis or dissertation. The methodology section is designed to present the rationale for the approach that you took when you did your study. So it describes and justifies the methods of research and analysis you used, and you justify these using literature where other studies have demonstrated the validity of your approach. The methodology also reveals the boundaries of your research, so that which you have studied and that which you have not, and why. You quite often also see illustrations in a methodology section to describe steps in the process. Methodology section also includes sections to describe ethical research practice and discusses the issues of validity, reliability, and credibility. So I like to conceptualize the methodology as follows. Firstly, a research methodology section includes the paradigm. So this is discussing the way in which you see knowledge and understand reality. This is often referred to as epistemology and ontology and can also include the axiology section. Following this, you describe the type of research you are doing. This can be a qualitative study, a quantitative study, or a mixed methods study. So you explain which approach you took and why you decided that that was the best approach for your study. This is then followed by the type of study. So if you were, for example, picking qualitative, what type of qualitative study did you do? Or if you picked a quantitative study, what type of quantitative study did you do? In this case, I have gone with the example of a qualitative research design, which has followed an ethnographic research methodology type. And so in this section, you would describe what ethnography is, why it was used for your study, and why it is the best approach for what you were trying to investigate. This is then followed by the data generation methods. So this is the actual methods that you use to obtain your data. For example, if you did a qualitative ethnography study, you may have done some interviews or some field observations. How did you actually do them? So which methods did you choose? Why did you choose them? And how did you actually step by step do it? And this is then followed by a similar section for the data analysis. So once again, if you did your ethnographic study and you conducted some interviews, how did you actually analyze that interviews? In this case, maybe you did reflexive thematic analysis. So if you did that, what were the steps that you took? You also describe why you decided that was the appropriate methodology. Throughout your methodology section, you are describing what you did, why you did it that way, and then how step by step you did that. So this is the overall structure that I normally see in a methodology section. You start with your research approach, your paradigm, your type of study, and this is then quite often followed by research positioning, particularly for studies that are qualitative in nature. So who are you? Why are you the best person for this research? How have you incorporated reflexivity into your study? Following this, you describe your participants. So how did you select them? Why did you select them that way? And any background detail about your participants. Also followed by that is your ethical considerations. So issues of confidentiality, anonymity, privacy, power relationships, your ethical approval, all those sorts of things go in there. Followed by this is your data collection methods and your data analysis methods, which follow the rationale and description like we talked about before. And in some places, you can also include timelines, you can include pictures as a way to guide your reader to understand the steps that you took in the process. So to summarize, remember that the methodology describes the rationale for your methodological approach, as well as the step-by-step way in which you did this. And so you need to discuss both what you did and why you did it, which is then followed by the step-by-step how. Good luck with your research.